Did you know that the way you present yourself can completely change people's perception of you in less time than it takes to make a cup of coffee? That's right. In just 90 seconds, your image, whether in face-to-face or digital encounters, begins to be shaped in the mind of the observer. Now, think of major figures like Beyoncé Knowles-Carter or Nelson Mandela. What do these icons have in common? An unmatched ability to communicate effectively, both verbally and through their body language. In today's world, where the first impression might be the last, understanding the art of communication is not just a desirable skill, it's a necessity. But how can we build this ideal image? It's like assembling a Lego, where each piece, whether a gesture, a glance, or the choice of words, contributes to the final image we want to project. Here at the Lucrative Elegance channel, we will unveil the secrets behind effective communication that conveys exactly what you want without misunderstandings. From the importance of a welcoming smile to the power of a confident posture, every detail counts. And remember, this process is adaptable, allowing you to adjust your message according to the scenario and audience. Before we dive into this fascinating world of verbal and nonverbal communication, I ask you to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It helps immensely in bringing our content to more people who, like you, seek to enhance their communication skills to leave a positive mark on the world. Get ready to transform the way the world sees you, starting now. As we embark on our journey to enhance verbal and nonverbal communication, the crucial starting point is self-awareness. Ask yourself, what image do I want to convey? Whether you aim to be seen as approachable and natural, or perhaps wish to emanate an aura of authority and firmness, understanding your intentions is the foundation for shaping how others perceive you. However, here lies an undeniable truth. We are not defined solely by our intentions, but by the actions we choose to communicate them. Each action, each word, each gesture acts like a Lego piece, constructing the image we wish to project. But how do we strategically select these pieces? The power of gaze cannot be underestimated. A steady and attentive eye contact can forge connections, conveying trust and approachability. Similarly, vocal quality, the tone, pace, and intonation, is equally critical. A well-modulated voice can underscore your messages, making them more believable and engaging, while monotony may suggest aloofness or disinterest. Take, for example, the story of my sister, who faces a peculiar challenge in her workplace. Despite her good intentions and dedication, she often encounters an unexpected obstacle: the perception others have of her tone of voice. Colleagues and superiors interpret her as curt, a characteristic she sincerely does not recognize in herself. This discrepancy between the intention and reception of her communication has been a source of misunderstandings and tensions. Determined to overcome this hurdle, my sister embarked on a journey of self-improvement. She began to pay more attention to her intonation and the way her words were expressed, not just what was being said, but how it was said. This involved practicing speaking in front of a mirror, recording her voice, and listening to identify patterns that could be interpreted as aggressiveness or impatience. This conscious effort to adjust her verbal communication was not easy, but it was essential for transforming how she is perceived at work. Gradually, she noticed a significant change in her colleagues' response, who began to see her as a more approachable and collaborative person. This transformation not only improved her work relationships, but also taught her a valuable lesson on the importance of empathy and adaptability in communication. My sister's journey serves as a powerful reminder that sometimes we need to take a step back and evaluate what we say, as well as how we say it. The ability to adapt our communication, especially in subtle aspects like tone of voice, can be the key to building stronger and more positive relationships both in the workplace and in personal life. Let's not stop there. Body language, especially gesturing, is a window into our thoughts. Gestures can emphasize important points, injecting life and authenticity into our communication. Beyoncé Knowles-Carter, for instance, uses her stage presence and vocal expressiveness to captivate and connect with her audience, while Nelson Mandela utilized his calm yet assertive posture and penetrating gaze to inspire change and respect. Therefore, in building your image, don't forget that each element, from gaze to voice, from gesture to posture, is a crucial piece in this great puzzle. How will you choose your pieces? On the other hand, in a world dominated by digital interaction, written communication plays a key role in how we are perceived. The absence of nonverbal elements, such as eye contact, gestures, and vocal inflections, elevates the importance of the words we choose. Think about it. When exchanging emails or messages, we're painting our image exclusively with the brush of words. And here, each word choice, each sentence contributes to this complex painting of perception. The tendency of some people to use words that sound like commands can inadvertently convey a connotation of aggressiveness. Written communication, by its nature, can amplify this perception, especially if we frequently resort to using imperatives or adopt an overly direct tone without basic courtesies like a simple "good morning." I experienced this challenge myself. It was only after a close work colleague pointed out that my statements seemed like commands that I became aware of how my words were received. This feedback was a watershed moment, leading me to a conscious effort to soften my tone and make my communication more welcoming. The opposite extreme, the excessive use of diminutives or an overly conciliatory tone, can also distort the image we wish to project, suggesting a lack of assertiveness or seriousness. The key lies in finding a balance that conveys respect, professionalism, and openness, aligning our communication style with the image we aspire to represent. Moreover, the readiness to respond and the availability to engage in conversations, whether in person or digitally, are crucial aspects that complement our image. Promptness and efficiency in communication, especially on digital channels, can reinforce an image of effectiveness and accessibility. Whether in verbal or written communication, every word, every action, every pause contributes to the construction of the image we project. In a professional setting, where communication is constantly evaluated, understanding and enhancing our skills in this aspect is more than an advantage, it's a necessity. Let's always be mindful of the image we want to convey, choosing our words with the same care as we would choose the pieces of an intricate puzzle. Understanding the dynamics between verbal and nonverbal communication is like deciphering a secret code that shapes the way the world sees us. Have you ever stopped to think about the small adjustments that could completely transform others' perception of you? Could it be that at times your message isn't being transmitted the way you imagined due to these subtle yet significant details? If you found yourself struggling with being perceived as too assertive or excessively amiable, or perhaps noticed that your message isn't as clear as you'd like, it's time for deep reflection. Every gesture, every word, every pause in conversation carries weight and can be the differentiator in constructing your ideal image. Now, I invite you to ask yourself, what small changes can you start implementing today to align your verbal and nonverbal communication with the image you wish to project? And remember, self-evaluation is a continuous and rewarding process that opens the doors to limitless personal growth. I have a special suggestion for you. Don't miss out on watching the video How to Be More Likeable, 5 ways to make people like you, to deepen your understanding further and grasp how to apply these concepts in daily life. And for those interested in elevating their personal care routine, check out the first pinned comment where I share a link to my favorite skincare products. They are choices that reflect the elegance and care you deserve. What strategies do you plan to adopt to ensure that your communication is always effective and true to the image you wish to convey? Share your ideas and experiences in the comments below. I'm curious to know how you will apply these insights on your personal development journey. And don't forget, the secret lies in harmonizing our actions and words to create a symphony of communication that resonates exactly with who we are and aspire to be. We are together on this journey of self-discovery and elegance. Until the next video, keep exploring, adjusting, and shining in your authenticity.